Hello. Lovely day. Sunny again. Happy days. Bike time. It is scorchio. Oh, that is very scorchio. I've got some tits feeding on my nuts. There's some great tits on my nuts. A family of great tits. They fly down and they have a little bite to eat. I'll show you my tits when my tits come down to play. From up there, they live in the peak of that, of the roof there. Now I get a great view of them munching on my nuts. Great tits, great tits. So I'm gonna get the garden set up again to become my my workbench, and then we'll crack on with old Nala and see how far we get today. Watch the shit show that has to occur for me to even put a spanner to the bike. Just a quick update on where we're at with the bike. We've got most of the front end off now, back end has come off, all the cooling system radiators are off as well. We've got all these things hanging from here. This is the loom for the control systems. I should really remove the tank because that's just resting on there just to keep any rainfall on it. It has got a cover on it, but just helps it to stay out of the way as well, so I don't trip over it in the middle of the night. But she's looking pretty angry actually. I quite like this aggressive look here at the front without any front end, and I'm already thinking now not to have that standard Faffrica Twin front end. I've seen online some really cool sort of rally design products for these Faffrica Twins, so something to sort of cover up here and maybe just have a navigation tower there and just like a clear perspex thing here, and maybe some angry lights at the front. I still really want to be able to, you know, tour on the bike and go abroad, but I really do think that the weight savings already just with that front end off will transform the bike completely. It's always been really, you know, quite front heavy off-road, so I think that will really help balance the bike out quite a bit too. So I think what we'll try to do today is we'll get the exhaust system removed fully. This is the Arrow full titanium system. Really did make a lot of difference to the bike. Weight, sound. I had certainly detected a power increase as well, but I never went the whole hog and got the thing remapped. But well, we're not even going to need the stock ECU of where we're going, so hopefully we'll be able to get this thing to bark to its at its best. So we'll get this done today, get the exhaust removed, get these studs undone. See, there's some rusting and stuff on the engine bars, but that's just surface rust where you had these lots of heat cycles going through where this is so close to the manifolds. We still have this dented manifold to get around as well. But one thing I have noticed as well as I've been taking the bike apart is just what damage was done during the accident, which is why they write these machines off, because you can just never know, you can never be too sure. You can see here quite clearly there is, you know, rusting and cracks, stress cracks I think in the paint, where obviously the metal has become pretty fatigued with that dent there. So that's actually the impact point, or the point in which it bent. And I think that's probably by design as well, because you can see these supporting brackets here. So we've got some definite sort of markings here. It's already pushed into the bar here, and some definite you know, cracks and issues here. And I don't know if you can see these, but there's, you know, there's just some slight cracks in the paint all the way up and through, and I can guarantee they were not there before. What else have we got? I think we've got a few more of those things here too. Again, if you think the impact was here, so you can see where this frame really did take a bit of a battering, but the bike's set up really well apart from that, which is why we've gone for a complete repair. Okay, so we have the exhaust off now, and that really is the full system there. So much different from the old stock system. It's really, really very heavy. I've still actually got the original exhaust for it, so at some point I'll do a weight comparison test, but just to give you an idea for how light this thing really is, it's super lightweight. This is a relatively full bottle of WD-40. This is a 450 mils. I'm not sure that's going to be in fluid ounces, so sorry to our US cousins. But I mean, it's about the same. It's about the same. And this is titanium, very light. It's definitely got some battle scars on it where it's been off-roaded, but she's still really good. Got some scratches here, some scratches here. But the main damage that was done was this bounce here on the dent here. But I'm going to get this thing polished up so it will show up this lovely blue colour again. It did look pretty sick. And then on the end can, the end can again is extremely light. It's just, you can hold it on your finger very easily. It's extremely lightweight, carbon and titanium.
The left Cali poo dear, the Cali hey hey, screw it, the Cali pay. Get off of there, bad boy. Being a very bad boy. Come on, boy. And we can get access to the ABS sensor here. Get that off. I've attached these and the brake lines together, just so it all stays together. So the crush washers all stay together as well. But all of this will have to be replaced as well. Replaced. And we'll get some, most probably go down the lines of braided hoses on this bad boy to give us a little bit of extra stopping power, and because they look sick as well, let's be honest. And to the very observant of you, you'll notice that the front mudguard, the front fender, is fended. It's actually quite a bit higher than is given on a standard bike, and that is because this company here, Rugged Roads, supply a fender lifting kit which raises up the mudguard just to prevent any stuff sort of preventing the wheel from spinning. If you are going to do some more serious off-roading, you want a little bit more clearance than what is standard. Alrighty, we've got it off. We've got it off. However, that's the bracket, by the way, the Rugged Roads bracket to lift your fender up. A little tiny thing like that does a great job. Well done, fender lifter. You were outstanding in your field, old boy. Alrighty, front end's off. The calipers off. What a disgusting, dirty, horrific, manky, janky, filthy, stingy, foul, rank, absolutely vile, dirty, disgusting, putrid, nasty, evil things brakes are. There's just brake fluid everywhere, and you can't get around it. You can't get around. My hands are stinging. I've got brake fluid on my hands. I still haven't got the ABS off just yet, but I like that skin to skin feeling. I don't like wearing gloves. Who likes wearing gloves? Nobody likes wearing gloves, do they? Alrighty, slowy, catchy, bikey. All the front braking system is now removed. Thank God, that took a long time.
Understandably now these are all of the ABS bits and pieces. I've just tried to take them off here at the point I think where the ABS kicks in to allow the ABS to work, but you can't actually take these out without removing, I think, some or part of like the ignition system or fueling system as well. So that's just a reminder of how, you know, how closely engineered these machines are made these days. You know, older bikes would have been so much more simple, and this is, you know, this is nothing like working on a car. A car is going to be, you know, you've got space to spare, you can work around it. This is really showing me just how well engineered or difficult it is for mere mortals like us to have a stab at doing anything intricate. Everything is just so tight, and it's scary to look at, and I think, like, as a lesson, I need to really start thinking about what it is I want to achieve each day. I keep doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of the other, and it's just going to create a bit more confusion when the time comes. So I think I'll just come at it with a plan, you know, work on X part of the bike, or do whatever. I am pretty pleased to have gotten this done today. We can really see the extent of how badly buckled the wheel is. Amazingly, it's it's actually held air, which is great. All right, we're losing the light once again, so I will cut this one off for today and start wrapping Nala up, which again is a lot of fun, or not. Thanks very much for watching. Had some really cool comments on the last video, people just telling me to make sure that I bag things up, which I will absolutely make sure I do. I'm really sort of realizing now just how difficult this is going to be with everything coming apart slowly. There is a lot of screws, a lot of bolts, a lot of know-how that I don't have at the moment. So yep, please keep them coming. If I'm doing anything wrong, or if you've got any hints and tips, or if anyone's done anything like this before in the past with an Faffrica Twin, I would love to hear from you. But yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Well, I'll see you on the next one. We won't see you, because this isn't a real thing. I'm a real thing. Thank you.